Witness how fast everything can go wrong. The risks of tree cutting mistakes and overloaded logging truck failures are very real. Tune in now to Machine Universe. This video is exactly why women statistically live longer than men do. That was a very aggressive way to inspect the lawn quality up close.
Oh no!
Oh! Every guy watching just crossed his legs instinctively.
I was talking away for cutting away. So
I remember my dad going logging back in the day, but nothing this big. It's really something to see this kind of masterclass operation. You almost feel the power and precision coming through the screen.
I'll lift the top off of that one.
Did anyone else see that slight hesitation? For a second there, the Valtra looked like it was about to bog down in the mud. Good thing the operator was quick to engage that extra drive. A close call out here in these rough and wet conditions. That little rig can use its winch with about 3,600 pounds of pulling force to drag logs in from way out to the main road. Pretty impressive capability for an 18 horsepower engine. He had zero reaction time. Pure luck is the only reason he survived. Moving timber from the forest to the mill isn't always a smooth highway drive. Scenes like this highlight the gritty, dusty reality of the first mile in the logistics chain for lumber products. Look at the dust and chips fly everywhere. That powerful grinder shows absolutely no mercy to that old, stubborn pine stump. It actually worked surprisingly well. The stump popped right out, but that tension is definitely scary to watch.
It's got a tree.
But they're not.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. I'm scared. Here we go! Oh my god.
Good thing the branches cushioned it before the house took the full hit.
There's Charlie. There's the tree. Jake, sit. Jake. Damn it.
The tree decided to completely redesign the whole backyard for free. The machine has both bogie tracks and wide flotation tires to reduce ground pressure, yet it's being swallowed whole. Just trying to keep all 8 wheels gripping in those conditions is clearly a losing battle. That's seriously tough work. He needs a submarine license instead of a standard driver's license.
Oh shit!
God damn it!
A lesson in stored energy. Trees under tension act exactly like giant, dangerous springs. They're moving timber in Zornitsa. Mountain roads like those definitely challenge even the best 6x6 logging truck. What a demanding route for hauling heavy loads. Listen to the brutal roar of that saw. Big oak wood is notoriously tough to cut, but that saw just owned it so quickly. Clearly, the internal upgrades turned that steel MS660 into a top-performing powerhouse. Logging is always dangerous, but sawing big pieces increases the risk factor. Hard work, and you need to be very careful with that massive weight shifting. I am honestly impressed by how fast that Husqvarna 560 XP chainsaw chews through the wood. It doesn't bog down at all, even when the bar is fully buried deep in the trunk. Look at all the dust fly. Steep, rough road with a full load of timber. That's where the driver's skill and the truck's brakes are seriously tested. Spruce of this size is getting harder to find for instrument makers. Splitting it for base tops requires serious precision to preserve the grain. It is fascinating to think this giant log will eventually make music. Are you planning to quarter it next? Welcome to the future of wood processing. The new link line at Offner in Austria is turning large diameter logs into high-value lumber. Combining precision cutting, fast feed rates, and smart automation shows how technology maximizes yield without needing two guys cutting these by hand.
Wow. Whoa!
If you read the owner's manual that comes with the saw, they say never use a ladder to cut trees. Cutting a tree on a cliff edge is already terrifying without things going wrong. Do you have any idea how expensive that massive EC260 chipper machine is? That kind of power and efficiency definitely comes with a large price tag.
There might be two pieces because I accidentally stuck.
Respect the power of nature every time. Taking down a 220-foot fir is the definition of a high-hazard profession. Dealing with decaying timber directly above an active highway cranks the risk factor all the way up. Doing that at that height, in wind and rain, is something most people would never even think about trying. Even with the struggle, those old Belarus tractors are tough as nails. The engines are smoking and the wheels are spinning, but they just keep pulling. This is the only logical way to harvest timber from those rugged canyons where no truck could ever possibly drive safely.
There's nothing else in there. It's all...
Nothing like a few beers, a poly rope, and a dull chainsaw. The 16-foot reach on that hydraulic arm is a game changer. You can grind stumps deep in a ditch without even moving the tractor tires. That flower pot idea was creative, but this thermite test proves wood is tougher than we think. Maybe a drill works better than molten metal next time? Yikes. Way too much weight for the rope. A dangerous rigging failure. It is amazing how forestry technology has scaled down over the years. You used to only see this cable yarding stuff on massive industrial operations. Now, a small family business can run a Kohler K300 and harvest timber efficiently without needing $1 million in heavy iron and road construction. Welcome to cable logging in the mountainous U.S. Northwest. Every turn is a battle as those bundles of logs are dragged over mud, rock, and stumps. Those are seriously tough working conditions.
Hey, we're not gonna pull that thing. That's not even halfway through. You still got.
I'm trying.
Right here. Over here.
Hey, what about the window, Dick?
Damn!
That shit blew me down. Damn it. That was YouTube, huh?
Fuck.
The workflow here is seamless. Cut, return, flip, cut again. No wasted movement at all with those electric controls. That feed system is incredibly responsive. This is exactly what a high-production environment needs. Stick around to watch how fast they clear this entire massive log. Three geniuses, one rope, zero exit plan.
There it goes. You're gonna have to get this one.
Fucking dominoes.
It is.
It was dangerous, but he technically cleared the lot 3 times faster with that move.
That's a wrap.
The John Deere 1470G and H415 head form a professional plantation harvester system. The large 8-wheel frame lets it glide over the snow easily, and the rotating cabin keeps the operator level on rough terrain. Very impressive setup. Seeing that man truck loaded with fresh pine in the snow signals the start of the toughest hauling season. Who else loves the look of winter trucking? The entire firewood production process looks incredibly smooth and efficient. The TM1200 cutting unit handles logs up to about 47 inches in diameter, and then the TB900 splitter uses roughly 40 tons of force to turn the blocks into firewood pieces around 10 to 20 inches long. Pretty cool to see equipment like this in action. Please just hire a professional next time.
More. Comes.
When a simple tree job turns into the tree fighting back at 100%.
Residents in the picture, please.
At least my back got...
There's some debate about the placement of his wedges. The theory is they should be furthest from the hinge for longer leverage. Hopefully, his method provides enough security for a tree of that size. Folks, welcome to the logging life. When the terrain is steep and muddy, the work can feel like destruction for both nature and the vehicle. It's tough trying to deal with material on those kinds of slopes. Hearing there are only 2 of these left working the BC coast is pretty crazy. Seeing such a unique piece of maritime history in action is really special. You're watching what loggers call a barber chair. It happens when the tree splits vertically, creating a deadly hazard as the butt swings back.
That's what it looks like. I mean, that's smack you in the face and take...
Breaking news: tiny tree tragically defeated after long, slow battle. Those two hydraulic rollers must have insane torque. You can see the piston-type motors working hard to feed that heavy wood through without slipping. For anyone new to logging, the LogMax 1000 XT harvester is basically a robot that grabs, cuts, and cleans trees all by itself. It is pure engineering magic. Hard work. Deadwood is unpredictable and known as a classic widowmaker. How much did that cost him?
Yeah, man.
You're pulling it off the thing. Hold on, slide down.
A lot of stress to keep the shed safe.
Maybe we should have hooked it up higher. Well, I ain't real bad.
Look at the perfect harmony between the truck, the crane, and the driver. He handles that man's 6x6 so masterfully. It's not an easy job in windy conditions, but the driver makes clearing the forest road look very impressive. Give her a couple more trees and some practice, and a lot of guys are going to stop laughing real quick. That's a great example of how a wheeled excavator makes tree felling easier. The long boom on the EW180 allows them to reach high and difficult branches effectively. That's all for today's tour of catastrophic errors in tree cutting. If machinery is your passion, you've found the right channel. Hit subscribe and check out other fail compilations here on Machine Universe.